Welcome back to my channel, Sagittarius, to both my new subscribers and my current subscribers. You're always appreciated, so much love and thank you to all those that follow. And please remember, these are general readings, only take what resonates. And if the reading doesn't speak to you, just check back. Allow for a little bit of flexibility in the time frames. As I say, some of this is going to resonate further out for some of you. Not everything will be in the month of June. Others, it will be sometime in the month of June. But again, you're all at different stages along the journey here. So again, I just want to also take a moment to mention, if you'd like to get regular updates as I put my videos out and to have it show up in your feed, you just have to hit both the notification bell and subscribe. Otherwise you have to search for it if the notification bell isn't hit. So also, from many of the comments that were coming up in some of my other readings, I did notice that some of my subscribers indicated that they prefer me to shuffle. So I'm letting you see me shuffle. So I'm trying to accommodate and let you know that I'm listening. So I'm still learning about time stamping and all of that. So I haven't quite gotten up to speed on that, unable for me to implement that, but I'm getting there. So please bear with me and I'll work that out. For those of you that prefer to skip past that, usually it takes me about 10 minutes to shuffle anyway, just for your own reference. But as time goes along, I'll be doing, adding some other things to the reading as well. I'd like to take on more in terms of astrology. So hope to add that aspect to the readings as well. But for the moment, just going to keep it simple in terms of tarot. Again, starting out with the shuffling, takes about 10 minutes. I'm going to add a couple of oracle cards in from both Alana Fairchild and Colette Baron-Reed, the White Light Oracle and the Goddess Power. So please allow for a few minutes here on the shuffling. I'll get quiet while I focus, and then I will, for the month of June for 2021 for you, Sagittarius, and then I will address any comments that you have for me in terms of things that you'd like to see maybe in future readings here. But I'll always be trying to get the readings out first, and then I will move on to that. So what I do is I pause the readings, and that way it gives me a few minutes here just to interpret the cards as they're all laid out and how the cards interact. So again, just starting out with a shuffling bit here. And again, I'm just going to go silent for a few minutes here while I focus. I don't usually take reversals, but in this case, it wasn't really a reversal. I just had the cards upside down, so I don't really take that as a valid upside down reverse cards. I will take a few if they do pop out, but other than that, most of the other cards that are around it usually give me a fairly clear picture. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I see here with the cards in the order that they came out, and then I'll be clarifying because the cards on their own don't necessarily give a clear enough picture. They all have a specific meaning, of course, and then there's the clarified meaning, which really indicates what direction this is heading. So just to start out, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and usually that's, you know, slow moving energy. Definitely looks to be more in the material front here, could be finance. Death card, transforming, some kind of a new start here. We also have Swords, Page of Swords. Page could be a messenger, and of course Page of Swords could also indicate some kind of spying, and certainly indicator of gossip, things like that could be around. Just going through these generally, and then, as I say, we'll be more specific. Nine of Swords, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, you know, maybe not sleeping at night. Knight of Cups could be coming in with a love offer, but also an indicator of message of some sort. Seven of Wands looks like there's some kind of competition, some reasons that you might be a little defensive here, but we also have the Eight of Wands, so there's a lot of energy coming in, or at least some kind of message, notification, something that's coming in swiftly that revolves around, I suspect, something from the past here. But again, these aren't clarifiers for each of these. This is just general message. So something you're nostalgic for whatever reason. There's some kind of reference to the past. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing person around you that's coming through here. Somebody's very resourceful. Could be small business owner as well. But Queen represents somebody who's fairly well established. You are trying to manifest something in the month of June, so you're taking on more of a trying to create attitude here. You're trying to actually create something, or at least something is coming through that you may have manifested in the past here. We also have the Sun card, so definitely a very optimistic card, certainly one that indicates that there is a reason for you to have hope. Sorry, trying to adjust the camera as I go. Okay, so again, these are just general energies, and then we'll get more specific on what it is that you are. What is this offer that's coming through? What are you transforming? And what is this slow material, possible money situation that's coming through? Why is there a reason that you would be on guard here with some of the anxiety and that Page of Swords and the Sevens? There's a lot of defensive energy here. But again, certainly the month does hold some positives here as well. So I'm going to put that on hold for a second here, and we'll just start clarifying. So Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Moon card. I'm just going to further clarify that. Okay, it does look like there is some kind of difficulty or challenge here that you're kind of dealing with. Something hasn't yet quite come to light. So I'll put these in groups here. Next card out is the Death card. So again, this could be a residual energy from the previous month. That's your energy that you're still dealing with. Okay, we have the Star card. So I'm going to leave that one. Next card out was the Page of Swords. Okay, that one I am going to take as a reversal because I do have a couple in here. All right, so the Page of Swords is clarified with the Lovers and the reversed Nine of Cups. So definitely seems relevant there. We've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, so clarifiers are the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Knight of Cups, clarified. All right, clarifiers, King of Pentacles, and reversed Eight of Cups. You've got the Seven of Wands. Okay. This is looking like there's some love interest here. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Empress as well as the Six of Pentacles. Of course, it can be more general in terms of finances too, but I'm getting strong love feel here on quite a few of these cards. Something around your happiness anyway. Okay, Eight of Wands, clarified. Okay, very good card. You've got clarifying the Eight of Wands is the Ten of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, the Tower in reverse. And the Ace of Wands. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I won't take those ones, but... Okay, we're getting some really good cards here. Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to take that actually, the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. And the Four of Wands. Okay, you've got a lot going on in terms of, actually a lot going on, period, but stability and your happiness is definitely at the forefront for the month of June. Okay, so I'll just go through the clarifiers again for the Sun. We've got, go in the order that they came out. Again, I don't take a lot of the reversed, but there's a few here that I will take. Just on a few that do fall out that way, I will. So we've got the Judgment card in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Chariot in reverse, and this is clarifying the Sun. We also have the Seven of Cups. We've got the Eight of Swords, and we've got the Three of Wands. So definitely, these are actually looking to be fairly good cards, regardless of the reversals. So what I'm going to do is just give a quick read here and keep everything in groups and bring them forward. I just need a few minutes to make the associations, so I'll pause the video. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm back. I have done the review of the cards, and I'll just I'll try to go through this quickly so you don't have to so I don't have to drag it out here. So anyway, just wanted to let you know again, just a quick reminder, if you hit the notification bell, it will show up in your feed, but if you hit just the subscriber button, it doesn't actually show up in the feed. You actually have to go into the subscribers to find any new updates that I have. So anyway, getting right into the reading, this is the Rider-Waite deck that I'm starting with, and I'll end with the Alana Fairchild White Light Oracle, and then a couple of cards on Colette Baron Reed, Goddess Power Oracle. Okay, so from what I'm starting out here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is, as I mentioned, it's a slower moving energy. I suspect that some of you may be dealing with some younger energy coming in here with the number of cards that came out that sort of speak to youth, childlike qualities. So again, this first card out usually falls in around 20 to 35 years of age, that kind of thing. However it resonates for you. Sorry about that. If it does reflect a person, can be yourself or another. Earth sign is kind of standing out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Libra really seems to be prominent in this reading. Just as a side note here, it does look to be that there is a situation with another that has caused you to feel a lot of tension. So definitely you're feeling a lot of anguish, tension, self-doubt, inner critic, all of that. And it's not just coming through with the Rider-Waite, it's also coming through with the cards of the Oracle. So it looks to be, as I said, that there's a situation with another that's caused you to feel a lot of tension. So if you're speaking to the Knight as a person, it would represent, someone who's solid, faithful, hardworking, stable, really likes to build up their security in a slow, methodical, steady way. So this is a really determined and patient kind of person here. So again, this could reflect yourself or another. doesn't have to be the sign of, you know, with as well with all of the other signs that I present as Libra and so on, but certainly the characteristics or mannerisms of those, the attributes of those signs could be more relevant. So again, this could be you, you know, as the Knight of Pentacles here, but I just feel that there is, with the Moon card coming up here, you know, it's a careful, it's just, I feel that you need to be patient, careful, deliberate about what it is that you're doing, or that you are in this space right now, because with the Moon card following up here, it just feels like there's some unknowns in the picture here. So again, it feels like someone is being stubborn here as well, whether that's you or another person. And certainly because that follows up with the Five of Swords, or sorry, the Five of Wands, King of Wands, and the Four of Swords. There's some restrictive energy around this reading on a lot of levels. Definitely feels like you're locked into your head in quite a few of the cards here. But you do get more clarity as we go through the month. And because it's such a heavy energy for this month, emotionally for you, I just feel that you're going to be dealing with this probably further out into July, or it's going to come up further down the road here. But again, feels like there's somebody who's cut off emotionally or is creating distance, you know, whether this was energy from the past that you're still dealing with again this month. You know, it again, it feels like could be a residual from last month as well, but we are moving it further out, I suspect, into July, because it's quite heavy energy. So being locked into the mind there. But again, because of King of Wands is sort of sandwiched between the Moon as well as the Four of Swords, to me it feels like there's a situation where you felt powerless here, or there's been some kind of a deception around you. You know, for some, this could have been a legal issue here as well. I do see a few authority figures here, or professionals that you may be consulting, or may have been just around or getting advice from. But you're in retreat mode here, so you're pulling back your energy with that Four of Swords, and I feel you're trying to get clear on some aspect of your life that's been challenging you. I'm sensing for many of you, given that combination, that it revolves a lot around your work life, or predominantly around your work life or your ambitions. So there may have been some hidden agendas here, you know, maybe from a past situation or a difficult relationship with someone in authority. But knowing that there's a few more promising cards further out, I feel that you're favored overall. You know, you're gaining in some insight and clarity, and a lot of cards of optimism, you know, are moving further out. But you've gained some leverage here. And again, I feel that there has been some kind of a loss in the process, or at least you feel as though you have lost something in the process. So maybe you lost a job that you wanted, because the Death card comes out here as well further down. But with the Moon card, it seems to be confusion around what you were doing on a practical level. So again, feels a lot that's oriented around your finances this month. It's not that you're not stable. I feel that you are stable and secure, but I just don't feel that you're feeling a little directionless at this time. So you're just not sure what your next move is in this area. So again, you could be dealing with a strong-willed, creative entrepreneur type as well, for some of you, or you're trying to regain some inspiration. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a drink of something here. But I feel that you're more confident overall by probably toward the latter part of the month here, more confident in the situation and in your decision making. I feel there's been a need for you to be cautious in your approach here, or again, to slow down and really calculate your moves, again, with that Moon card and the Four of Swords. Sorry, I'm just going to take a quick drink of water. Okay, so with the King of Swords, I feel Libra again plays strongly in this reading. So over the other signs, you know, with Death card, Scorpio coming through, Libra still seems to be predominant. But that follows up with the Star card. Sorry, the Five of Swords energy. Star card comes out further along. These are all clarifiers as well, just for your reference. So with the Five of Swords energy, as I said, I feel like there was a lot of difficulty in things that you had to hurdle over this month. difficult period that is transforming you, and you're ready to release that with the Death card. So letting go of old thinking, seeing hope on the horizon, because as I said, it does follow up with the Star card. But definitely you're going through a period of change, especially when we had the Five of Swords out there as well. So the fives are all about change. So you're really letting go of old thinking, seeing hope on the horizon, whatever that challenging thing was, I suspect around your business world, but you're maybe taking this through into a bigger picture and trying to think more broadly about what you want to do following that situation. Again, could have been job loss or however, but you seem to be revamping yourself in some way. So again, it's a reorganization of your idea of work, or where you want to work, or what you want to do in life. I feel that you're really finally allowing yourself to move forward here. So we also have the Page of Swords. And this again speaks to me as a way of, that you're developing a new way of thinking about things. Again, you're much more optimistic there with that Sun card, Star card, and the Sun card comes out further out as well. There's new ideas. You're definitely an information-based person, definitely locked into your head a lot here. So for sure, information is key, especially if you're an overly analytical person, or, analysis paralysis, as they say. I find sometimes giving yourself enough information helps you to make a decision when you are that kind of person. So whether or not you were dealing with another as well, the Page of Swords can deal with, social media, somebody's, going over your social media, or dealing with gossip. It's, somebody's kind of watching you here, whether you are watching another or someone's watching you. So this might be playing out a little more along the personal lines versus your work life. So because there is some reference to those cards as well, but I feel you're able to look forward more readily as well this month. So you're relying heavily on your logic and your reasoning, and as I mentioned, deeply analytical this month. And again, with that Star card so close, it feels like there's synchronistic timing that's coming in here, and it shows up on a few fronts as well, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. But the cards and the way that the ones that I'm looking at here are lined up, like with the Lover's card, as well as that Page of Swords, I feel like someone that is possibly from the past, because there was a card of Six of Cups nostalgia coming in here, may be looking over your social media, or maybe you're doing that with theirs. But something, there's some reference to the past here as well. But again, the Lovers is definitely coming in here as another card that's quite significant for you. So this energy is around Nine of Cups being reversed. So, I feel your energy is around getting a better understanding of what you want out of a relationship, partnership, or close friendship. So what you desire to happen is likely to start showing promise in June. I'm going to say because you're seeing things differently. Where you may have been confused, I feel you're able to really decide on what it is that you really want going forward that's going to make you happy. So if that means rerouting away from something you were dissatisfied with, the Nine of Cups in reverse here, then that's what you're going to do. But it could also, be that you were in this place in the past, and you're now coming out of it, and you now know what you want, and you're able to, be with this person in a more wholehearted way, where you were cutting yourself off and creating distance, or someone was, you're feeling like you're more of yourself here with this person. And maybe it's because, as I said, you've gotten clear on what it is that you want out of that relationship. But again, a lot of heavy energies here with that Nine of Swords and all of that coming through. So it feels like there was a real period of depression here for a lot of you. There's a lot of cards around oppressive thoughts, and maybe there was a lot of overthinking, worry, just that I feel you were feeling vulnerable, and that maybe there was some regrets here as well for you. But you're really in your head a lot this month. So, but I feel you may have found out the truth about something, maybe there was some cheating or some kind of betrayal, or someone who was acting carelessly here, with that Seven of Swords and the King of Cups. but I feel there's a strategy of sorts that you're starting to come up with here to go forward. And with that clarifier as the Ace of Pentacles, there's some kind of new beginning anyway, you know, and it is all around that Lover's card. So whatever that close relationship was for you, it's some kind of new beginning. You've got a clear mindset of where you're headed with it, what you want out of it, you know, and there is potential in the situation or an opportunity, even financially, in terms of business, you know, and a business partnership that you're focusing on or refocused on. And there's also a chance that this could be a gift coming in of a practical nature here with the Pentacles. So somebody may be giving you a little bit of a bonus or something this month, or something unexpected that's coming through here for you in terms of finances. So we're now moving on to, I should just quickly mention, so many nines in this reading, you're really completing cycles emotionally. And of course, with the death cycle, all of that, you know, emotionally, relationships are highlighted for sure, and seeing things differently this month, as well as getting past that difficult energy, depression, sadness, grief over a situation. You're really clearing away a lot of that sad discontent. And you're starting, you know, moving toward this start of a new mindset. There's a new beginning, new potential here. But, you know, that'll likely carry over, as I said, into the other months, because there's a residual energy from really heavy energies. And it just feels like a lot of you are weighed in emotionally invested in something that weighed you down. So, you know, I feel you've taken a more active role again with that Knight of Cups. That's coming out here. You're showing more commitment, more caring, and that's around that King of Pentacles as well. You know, person in business, or, you know, could be represented here, or maybe you're getting advice from, but you're just taking, I feel many of you are just taking back more control over your own affairs here. So with that Eight of Cups as well, you know, this can be walking away from a situation, but it's also a period of indecision and regaining control over what matters for you right now. So, you know, you may have walked away from something, or regained some control over the thought process or the way that you wanted to think about something. And that's why it's showing up in reverse here for me. So we've got the Seven of Wands as well coming out here, and that can be you putting up some walls or setting some limits around, again, a Libra energy doesn't have to be, can be characteristics of this person, but definitely feels like a maternal figure or somebody who's got a motherly energy, or a nurturing quality, doesn't have to be female specifically. But for others, you know, where you were once defensive and guarded around this Libra or mother energy or this nurturing person, you know, whatever those barricades were, you know, and especially too because it's followed up around the Empress, which is where I'm getting that maternal energy from. And certainly this can also represent putting up barriers around, you know, your own abundance or your own happiness. You know, whatever you consider abundance or happiness to be, I just feel like you're cutting yourself off from it. You know, you're on guard. Looks to be that you're opening up here, though, again, with that Six of Pentacles energy. There is more sharing. There's more of a willingness to give and interact. And if there wasn't a lot of support in a situation in terms of love, some of you may be finding that again. And for others, you're just more open to sharing your time, money, experience, you know, where you were once less interested or, you know, in collaborating or reconciling. It could also be that, you know, someone's reaching out to you and, you know, you're doing a favor or you're helping in some way, or again, reconciliation or an offer that's coming through here, because there's a couple of cards that also speak to that. So moving into the next energies here, we have the Eight of Wands. That indicates, you know, hearing, receiving a message, something quickly coming in here. And certainly the message is that it's happiness. So whatever it is that's coming in that you're going to hear news about here, it's rapidly, you know, moving ahead. So it doesn't have to be necessarily an email or whatever. It can be just you, you know, sort of funneling your energy into things that are making you happy here as well. We also have the Six of Cups. So again, that energy of renewed appreciation for life. I feel that you're undergoing a personal transformation. You know, there's a transition for sure happening this month, and you're moving forward again with that Ace of Wands and the Tower, of course, but that's in reverse. So again, you're moving forward beyond this this transformation, that transition with a couple of those cards there, including the Tower, and things are starting fresh with that Ace of Wands. So you're feeling much more inspired, more energy, you're more you're opening up, you're more engaging, with others than you have been. And certainly I feel that there was a period of nostalgic reflection that you were dealing with, to be able to get to this point of moving forward, but you are ready for something new. So for some of you, again, there could actually be a birth of a child as well, birth of a new project, and a good number of you, again, leaving behind that heavy sadness, and you're just regaining your spark here. So we're almost done. Just wanted to give you a bit of a heads up here. So the next energy out will be the Queen of Pentacles. And that one is all around, warm, generous, motherly energy again. That's really strongly coming through. Home loving, supportive. For others, you're really focusing on your resources again and doing something realistic, in terms of planning and how you're going forward in reference to your finances. You're just getting things organized, working hard on rebalancing what was out of balance. Your finances are quite strong this month, and I feel that you are very stable, quite stable, but you're very much about your happiness and security this month and wanting to be even more financially sound. And I feel that it's about building on the finances versus, maybe you were having to draw on your own personal stability at this time, but you want to be able to work on more of a long-term investment of yourself in some way here with that Ten of Pentacles. So we also have the Magician. So you're very much about creating your own destiny with the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune follows that. You're strongly leading with your intellect this month, and your wisdom, and you're able to better adapt to the new changes that you're about to make and the ideas that you're about to implement. So there is strong self-reliance this month, real dedication and power to move yourself forward into this renewed phase in your life. I feel that you are seeing things with, new eyes, so to speak. There's a lot more enthusiasm with the Knight of Wands and a strong focus, strong focus on family, foundation, security with that Four of Wands and other cards, as I said, coming up. So these are the last of the cards here, and we are into the Sun. So this is ready. Again, there was a long-term investment with the Ten of Pentacles and as well with the Four of Wands. That long-term investment is something that you had around your happiness in the home front. So definitely grounded period where you're establishing what matters most and releasing all that worry and stress, that many of you were enduring. But I feel with the Sun card coming out, you're really ready to embrace more of that full-heartedly. You're really letting go of self-doubt, shedding the baggage, misunderstandings, personal dramas. A lot of this was self-imposed, I feel, for this month, and whatever was a residual of the previous month. But you're just coming off much more self-assured this month. You're ready to expand here with the Three of Wands. But again, this is a longer term situation here. It's not all happening in this month, because the Three of Wands is you starting to move into this space. Threes are all about creativity as well. A lot of energy again around children with the Sun card as well. A lot of youthful energy coming in with the Knights for June. Your mindset is lighter as well. And again, it can be just releasing your childlike spirit as well. So Three of Wands clarifying really opens up, that closer connection as well to family and the family unit and those that you feel support you. So in terms of work with that Three of Wands, you are broadening your horizons. This is where you're really in a more expansive, big picture thinking place in your head now. You're ready to take on a new project, something that's going to be a larger undertaking is what I'm getting at. Not just a job. It feels like this is something more expansive that you want to revolve around or invest yourself in. So again, it feels like it could even be sort of something around a calling because the Judgment card comes out, although it comes out in reverse here as well. So again, this was self-imposed restrictions, things that you were blocking yourself with. I don't really feel anybody else was stopping you from getting or moving forward here, but there was a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety over what direction to go here. And again, with the Chariot in reverse, you were kind of halting your own action going forward. There was, you know, more confusion, less control over whatever your direction was here. So again, could be something that you feel called to do here with, you know, that you questioned as well with that Judgment card. But somehow you were doubting yourself, self-critical. You might still be dealing with that energy, as I said, for the month of June, but I feel you will be coming out of it. But definitely self-protection, you know, there was that self-imposed feeling with the Eight of Swords and with that Four of Pentacles. Anyway, I'll round it up. We're at 42 minutes. Sorry it took so long, but just wanted to give you a glance at June. We'll be looking into the more career, finance. I'll try to get a couple of those readings out more specific for you in the month of June. Maybe I'll do that for July. I'm not sure because this one was pretty specific here in this month. This is a general read, so we'll look forward to July, and as I say, I might do a couple of other readings in between for you, Sagittarius, but meantime, stay safe, keep moving forward.